Anyone who's here tonight, we'd like to have you come up on the stage and just introduce yourself and say what you're running for. So we'll start with Vince Morgan.
Wow, I get to start it out. Okay, I'm going to be really quick. I want everybody to look around this room, look at the person next to you, and realize that we have a critical point in our history right now where we all need to stand up and get involved in the process. There's going to be so many opportunities to run for office, get involved at every level, and it's up to us, the young generation that's going to naturally take over in the next 2, 4, 5 years, and it all starts right here. So I'm Vince Morgan. I'm running for Congress in New York 15th Congressional District. I'm the guy running against Charlie Rangel. And just make sure that you support candidates like me around the city that are really trying to change the dynamic and trying to change the status quo. We need more people involved in the process. We need more inclusion in the conversation about what our leadership looks like in the city. So with that, thank you. www.morganforcongress.com.
Hi, I'm Senator Bill Perkins, and I'm running for re-election to the state senate. I represent the 30th senatorial district. It runs from West 81st Street and Central Park West north to include up the Upper West Side, Morningside Heights, Columbia University, Harlem, East Harlem, Central Harlem, Washington Heights, all the way up to Fort Tryon. It's a very diverse and very broad district, and I'm running for re-election to continue some of the great reforms that we, with my colleague, what's your name again, brother? What's your name? Vince Morgan? with my colleague, Kevin Parker, to continue the kind of wonderful work that we've been doing in the state senate. You know, the state senate is now run by Democrats. That's a good thing, right? And we want to make sure that it continues to be run by reform-minded Democrats. We want to expand our majority. We want to bring more young people into the process. Any candidates out there, see me.
That's a strong act to follow. But being from East Harlem, that's the act that I must. Robert Rodriguez, running for State Assembly in the 68th Assembly District. This is East Harlem. The district is 96th Street to 132nd Street, the East River to 5th Avenue. But I get a little bit of Harlem, 110 to 116 to 8th Avenue. This is a very unique opportunity, as has been mentioned, to have new, young, progressive leadership in East Harlem. For those of you who may or may not be familiar, this is the seat that is being vacated by Adam Clayton Powell IV. This is a very good chance for us to take a strongly African-American and Latino district and propel it to new heights, both in East Harlem and in Albany. So if there are anyone of you interested in a new cause, bringing progressive leadership to a place where it's been a little bit lacking, I ask you to come out and find me, Robert Rodriguez, www.robertjrodriguez.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Reshma Sajani, and I'm running for Congress in the 14th District, which is the east side of Manhattan and Astoria, Queens. You know, I've had the privilege of the past 10 months to march all across this district and meet with people with all walks of life. And I hear the same thing over and over again. Why isn't the economy getting better? Why is the economy recovering? And the answer is really simple. We have a broken political process in Washington and a broken political process in Albany. And until politicians in Washington and Albany do their jobs rather than compromise their ethics and integrity to keep their jobs, things aren't going to get better. I believe in new ideas, new leadership, and a new commitment to ethics and integrity here in New York. And look, it's not easy to run a campaign on ideas and ideals and the American dream, but I believe in the American dream because I lived it. I'm the daughter of political refugees, and my parents were forced to flee Uganda in 1973 when Idi Amin expelled the Indian community. My father was literally watching television one day when Idi Amin came on and said, "You have 90 days to leave the country." My parents lost all their money, all their property, all their valuables. My mother was several months pregnant with my sister, and they were terrified of coming to a foreign country with no money. But they built a life for themselves, and I fundamentally believe in the American dream, and I think a lot of people don't have access to it. So if you believe in a new generation of progressive leadership, vote for Reshma on September 14th. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Assemblyman Jonathan Bing, and I represent the 73rd Assembly District on Manhattan's East Side, Upper East Side, East Midtown, Turtle Bay, and Sutton Place. I'm also here tonight to represent my Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney, who is in D.C. this evening fighting for the things that she has always fought for, healthcare and education funding for her district and for New York State. I have had the pleasure, most of the time the pleasure, to be in the Assembly for the past 8 years, doing things that I think are very important for my constituency. Authoring 70 bills that have passed the Assembly, 31 bills that have either become law or are on their way to becoming law, including probably most importantly, legislation that finally gave 9/11 health workers the workers' compensation benefits they deserve in order to meet their health care needs caused by having worked on the pilot and the World Trade Center. I brought free health care to my constituency, mammograms for women, dental screenings for kids, flu shots for seniors. I've been able to handle thousands of constituent issues, brought millions of dollars in funding to my district, and now I face a primary and a general election in a district which my predecessor was a Republican and which had been represented by a Republican for 12 years before my election in 2002. So it's a district which is competitive, both for the primary and general. I encourage you to get involved in my campaign. Go to jonathanbing.com. It's easy to remember. You can sign up and volunteer there. And also on behalf of the Congresswoman and State Committee Member Trudy Mason here tonight, please go to carolynmaloney.com and support her effort. And again, thank you for being here tonight and supporting the Democratic Party and DL21C.
DL21C's! What is this, a war? DL21C! Y'all in the house? I am State Senator Kevin Parker. I represent the 21st District of Brooklyn. That's the People's Republic of Brooklyn, Bill. That's the People's Republic of Brooklyn. The third largest city in the entire country. Just south of Harlem. The village of Harlem. One day, hopefully, it'll be a town. I represent Flatbush, East Flatbush, Midwood, Dittmas Park, Kensington, and Borough Park, and I'm the majority whip in the New York State Senate. And I'm running for re-election this year, and I'm probably doing so, and here, really where I began. Because although you don't see me often, I'm actually one of the founding members of the steering committee of Democratic Leadership for the 21st Century. And so, let me say, shout out my boy, Dave Pollock, and Liz, although Liz was in junior high school when she started with DL21C, just so you know. But there's a lot of important issues that we are fighting in Albany, one of which is the budget. We deal with the third largest budget in the country after the federal government, the state of California, and then the state of New York. This year we enacted a budget that's $134 billion. We need all of you to be engaged in that process. A lot of the issues that are important for our folks are not being addressed because people are not as engaged as they need to. But in the state Senate, we've led the way in a lot of important legislation, including a very significant domestic violence package, an anti-domestic violence package, and one of which I had a bill that allows victims of domestic violence to get their phone numbers unlisted for free. We've done some important things around matrimonial reform, including no-fault divorce. We have in the state Senate just last week passed a bill that would put an 8-month moratorium on the dangerous practice of hydrofracking in the state to make sure that the New York City drinking water is safe. In the state Senate, we're still waiting for the Assembly to take action on national popular vote, which is my bill. We passed that during this session. That's going to be important to make sure that the fiasco that happened with should be President Gore, it should never happen again. So these are some of the issues that we have been working on, including green collar jobs. I have a green collar jobs bill that we are in fact we passed, and we're waiting for the Assembly to pass, that now provides on-bill financing for people who want to be involved in alternative energy. So there's lots of work to do, lots of work that's already been get done, and we need you, and I'm here to really ask for your partnership as we go forward. Thanks a lot.